Okay, for the authenticated encryption, actually we have different standards. So we talk about current standards in TLS and so on. We talked about NIST competition, but there is one more thing, a competition that was designed by academicians, not NIST this time, but NIST I think sometimes helps in these competitions. So the name is deliberately chosen as CSER competition, and CSER here stands for Competition for Authenticated Encryption, Security, Applicability, and Robustness. Okay, so it started in 2013 and ended in 2015. The competition page is available here, and Authenticated Encryption Zoo, this web page actually gives you every information about the competition, algorithms, and attacks, and so on. So I took some screenshots from these web pages in the following slides. Let me, okay, I said that it ended in 2015, but of course it was not correct. So the competition was announced in 2013. This time strange that the deadline for the submission and submission of the software was different. So people could submit their algorithms and provide the reference implementations of optimized implementations a few months later. But regardless of that, you know, in these competitions, we sometimes see that the reference implementations are sometimes incorrect. Okay. Anyway, so second round candidates were announced in 2015, and people also submitted their hardware implementations. Finalists were announced in 2016. And final portfolio was announced in 2017. I think it was at the round session of FSC or Eurocrypt. I think it was FSC, but I might be mistaken. It looks like a date for Eurocrypt, but I'm not sure. Anyway, generally these competitions are, you know, results are announced at the round session of conferences. So here is, for instance, the name of the candidates and the designers. So this is from round one. As you can see, there are some algorithms that were eliminated, and these are the name of the team. And at the AE Zoo, you can find the algorithm names, their type, like block cipher, sponge, and so on, the primitives that are used inside. If the algorithm supports parallel encryption or decryption, if they are online, inverse free, if they have security proof, if they support non-misuse, and so on. So as you can see, some of them were withdrawn because once people started to find weaknesses, some people withdraw their algorithms. Okay, so for instance, in sponge constructions, you have rate and capacity. Depending on the size of the rate and the capacity, you can provide some security claims. By security proof, these claims are made and they are proven, saying that the attacker cannot capture for instance, the internal state at least with this many data and so on. These kind of security proofs are provided. But of course, the proofs has to be correct, because in the NIST competition, I remember an algorithm which had a security proof, but which was broken anyway. So you prove that you cannot find a collision, but somebody found an practical collision. Okay, at this point, it is even somewhat understandable, but when I asked the guy, so there was a proof, but you disproved it by giving a counterexample. So by giving this counterexample, did you check what was the missing part or what was wrong about the proof? And the guy said that I didn't even look at the proof, you know, I just found the collision. So sometimes these kind of things happen. Okay, so second round candidates, these are actually, there are giants here in this name list. And what I like here the most is as follows. Let me go back if I can find it. Okay. Yes, for instance, Prost here actually was broken by some people. And then Leander broke their algorithm too. So people somewhat, eliminate each other, but both of them were good designs. But since they are designed by, experts in this area, they became a good target. So a lot of people actually focus on those algorithms. So, being famous in your area is not a good thing in this kind of competitions because everybody is trying to break your algorithm. So in the first round, Prost was broken by the designers of Script, and the designers of Prost break these algorithms in round 2. Actually, Leander came up with a new cryptanalysis technique called invariant subspace attack and applied to this algorithm and broke it. So this is the nice thing I like about lightweight cryptography, because you are trying to provide security with very little operations. So it is easier for you to come up with new attack types. Okay. So these are some information from authenticated encryption Zoo web page about the second round candidates. But if you move on to the last part, okay, so it says the finalists were announced as 6th of March. Now I changed my first claim, so this must be the date of FSC. So at the RAM session of FSC conference, these winners were announced, and at the web page you can find it. So these are the algorithms that won the competition. So they're included in the final portfolio. But as you can see, there are some use cases. Use case 1 is lightweight applications. So these are good in lightweight scenarios. Case 2 is high performance, probably focusing on throughput and so on. Case 3 is defense in depth. Probably they have good security proofs. So for the lightweight scenarios, which is the main idea of this course, we have Acorn for the use case 1 and Ascon for use case 2. But if I'm not mistaken, Ascon is the first choice for the case 1, and Acorn is the second choice of the team from the competition. So Ascon already won a competition. So this is why we are focusing on Ascon in the NIST lightweight cryptography competition. Of course, this doesn't mean that they will won the competition, but they are a very good candidate, because until this part, they already received many analysis, many cryptanalytic results, but they still stand strong. So this makes Ascon a good candidate for to be standardized by NIST. But again, there are many good candidates as the finalists, so we don't know which algorithm or which ones will be the winner of the competition.